So I wanted to make a video about pretty much that you have to pretty much simp these days for somewhat of a looks matched relationship, especially in the States, in the Anglo world. Because of how pedestalized women are, you have to pretty much act. You have to simp for a relationship. If your looks match and higher, definitely higher. Um, Even below your looks match, sometimes too. The women are treated like giga queens, and you kind of have to bow down to what they want and what they need, and do all the cringy, simpy things with them. Like look at TikToks and all the guys dancing with them, and sometimes the guy's like 45 and he's doing these cringiest things just so he can get some um, young pussy and all that. So um, I was raised treated like a king. When I was getting raised, so this was a weird reality to me because a lot of times when I would date girls, they didn't even treat me remotely like a king. Like I'd have to simp for them just so it would be so the relationship would be um, moving forward. And um, I was having this long conversation with my friend the other day, and yeah, he was saying like you are extremely anti-simp. You can't simp for a woman, so I can't see you getting those hot girls here in the West, at least, because of how much you don't simp. Um, and it's kind of true. I can't simp for women. I can't do it. I was, I would go to somewhere else, like at least another country, before I would simp for a girl here. I mean, in other places, or maybe many decades ago, women would treat a man, or I don't know, someplace in Africa, woman treats a man as a king. They treat them as a king, especially when they're dating them or when they're a girlfriend. They treat the man as a king. The thing is, most Chads and Changs and Tyrone or whatever, or let's even Chad Lights, they're not getting treated like kings by their girlfriend. I see them around with their girlfriends walking around, and the woman is in control. The woman are pretty much controlling how they act, how they breathe, how they walk, what they want to do. And you might be jealous of these guys and their hot and maybe their hot girlfriend, but they're not in control. They're not in control, and that's the sad part. I mean, even if you gym max, you body max, you have to be aware of if your girl is gonna. If you have to be aware of the simp percentage of the relationship. How much are you simping for her, and how much is she simping for you? If it's to the point where you're doing all the simping, then you're losing. You're losing. You're not. You know, she is pretty much the queen, and you have to bow down to whatever she does. At one instant, she can drop it. Um, Now, in the relationship I am right now, it's completely foreign to any of my dates I've had online. Online, it seems like the girls always wanted something. They wanted to. They're aware of their options. They were. They would. It's you could tell in their head that they were aware of their options. Like they don't need you in any way. They didn't try to like cater to me in any way. It was just like I'm dating another man in a way. Um, Well, my current girlfriend is the complete opposite. It's very funny. I mean, I met her through my friend, like through a church group and all that. But she treats me like a king. I mean, I can. And this is the upsides of my relationship right now. I'm pretty much allowed to say all my opinions that I have on these videos. Um, obviously, she doesn't know the channel, but I'm allowed to talk about. I'm against feminism. I'm against abortion. I'm against all these things, gay marriage, like you name it. And she agrees. She's not going to be on the with the with the pitchforks and all that in the front line, but she agrees. She says, yeah, yeah, I agree. That's feminist bunch. It's a bunch of brainwashing at the college institutions and all that. So I found myself a based girl, but it's not just about that. It's also the fact of how she treats me. Like I get treated like a king, like I thought I would be treated when I was growing up and when I get a girlfriend. Until I started dating and realized, whoa, you have to simp a lot for average looking chicks these days. Like I mean, some guys see it as a victory if you get above your looks match. No, that's not it. It's not just the looks. It's the looks and the simp ratio, the simp percentage. How much are you simping for that looks? If you're simping like 90% for just the one look above you, then that's horrible. Like, I mean, this if you're simping for a Victoria's Secret model, see that's where I see that there's some kind of equal barrier. Like I would simp for like some extreme, even though I wouldn't want to theoretically, but I could see myself simping for like a 9 out of 10 Giga Stacy, or Stacy, or Mega Stacy. But even then, I don't think I would. My friend even said I don't think you would last a month with a Stacy, and it's kind of true. I mean, I can't simp, and this, like I said, I don't think it's just about the looks with women. It has to be, what's your simp ratio for that looks you're getting? Are you simping fully hard just to get around your looks match? Then that's horrible. Like if or are you simping 20%? You're doing a little simping, and she's like around your looks match, or there has to be a good sweet spot of that you're not simping too much, and it's better. And like where I am right now in my relationship, she's kind of simping for me, almost all the time, which is kind of weird. It's a little weird. I kind of want to flip it back. It's more traditional, but she'll like bring food to me when I'm sick. She'll drive. One time she drove to get food for me on the drive-through, waited in line, and then she went to drop off food for me. I was sick, and then she say she's always thinking about me, constantly, all these things, and I never have to simp in any way. Valentine's Day gift, Valentine's Day. I said I don't really celebrate it. I don't see the point, and she said, "Oh, okay." So like gifts and stuff like that, I don't have to simp mega hard. I don't, all these things that you're supposedly you're breaking the rules in a Western relationship. I don't have to do. Um, I'm a little spoiled right now though. So, but even if she let me simp a little more, I'd be okay with that, which I'm not. But what I'm seeing just with friends of friends is that the simp ratio by the men is like at 90%, and the women even then are still not really appreciating it. Um, it's bad, and it's really bad. The simp levels here in LA, West Coast, Bay Area, coastal cities is at full time high. You got Chad Light simping to like average girls. I know of a Chad Light that was throwing darts in a social circle, and he ended up to the point where he even asked out this short Filipina chick. It's chubby, like 5'10" at best, and even then she rejected him. Well, that's not simping, but that's just like desperation. But it's like no man these days wants to be treated like a king. Like I want to be treated like a king, like a girl to serve for me and treat me like a boss. But men these days just want to like just fall in line with the woman, and since the women have a thing for height these days, it's funny because women have a thing for height. They still want someone that looks masculine, but that acts like a soy boy. So they want, I've been saying this, they kind of want like a tall soy boy as their boyfriend. So like if you think about it, it's kind of like they reverse the roles where she's the man, but she's still making a trophy out of him. So she wants a tall trophy. It's like maybe like something more traditional, or a CEO, you get a trophy wife. It's like the inverse of that. A girl